Welcome back. Something a bit different today. My daughter and her husband moved into a new house 6 or 7 months ago, and there's a vegetable garden there, and they've had quite a bit of success growing different vegetables and so forth. But they've had a bit of a problem in that the insects and a couple of local possums have been eating the fruits of their labour, so to speak. So they asked me if I could come up with a solution. So I've been hunting around, and if you have a look at the picture that's on the screen now, this will show you the vegetable garden bed. It's not very big. So after looking at a number of different products, I settled on this. It's called the Grow Tunnel. It's made by a company called White's. What's it called? Where is it? Yeah, White's Grip. White's Grow Tunnel. Now, the thing is, the actual principle of the construction is perfect for what we want, but this is a bit small. I was thinking about it, and then it suddenly occurred to me, if I bought 2 of them, which I've done, putting it together, this would form a larger tunnel that would solve the problem. Now, basically it's made up of this fine sort of mesh cloth that's it lets the water through but keeps insects and so forth out. It also helps to keep the harsh sun from getting in. So what you have these flexible fiberglass poles that stretch around like that, and I'm going to use multiple groups to go around. On the base, if you look at the garden bed now, on the top of the actual the timber frame that's actually part of the bed, I'm going to use these. I'm going to cut them to form a square or a rectangle. This will sit on top, and I'm going to drill holes into this so that these will go in and then stretch around to the other side and go into the other frame on the other side. And then once that's done, we'll stretch the fabric over the top, and that will basically, because I've got 2 pieces of fabric, that will cover the full dome, and then I'm hoping that once I'm finished, we'll stretch the fabric over the front of the dome, and that can be attached to the bottom end of the frame. And the idea is that we'll sit this on top of the garden bed frame, and I'll have some small hinges, probably 3 or 4 of them along the side there, with a handle on this side so you can just pick it up and put it back as you wish. So that's the aim. So I think what I'll do now is get to and construct it. So, first order of business, let's measure this up and cut it. What have we got? 189. Now we'll just cut them. They're done. So now what we're going to do is put 45 metre cuts on each end of all the lengths. So we use the little stainless steel bracket. Okay, so now we drill the holes. I got a bolt a screw with a blind head on it, so I can't use it. I'm going to have to go find another one. As you can see, I now have the frame. So the idea now will be to drill holes on either side, spaced, so I've got 5 of them to go down the end there, so we can put the fiberglass poles over. So that's my next step. I'll have to work out the spacings and then go ahead and drill the holes. If you look here, you can see I've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of 5 fiberglass poles, and they're all attached so that when the whole idea is that, you'll just have to excuse me for a sec. There we go. So the whole idea is that that goes like that into a hole, and there'll be 5 of them over here. And because I've used 2 packets, that has now given me the ability to make it this big rather than this big. So the next step is to space out the holes, drill them, and then I'll put these in. So I'm going to start drilling the holes. There you go. They're the ribs. See? And the idea is that we put the netting over the top. We've got little pegs that attach to each one, and the idea would be to attach, strengthen or stretch the fabric out a bit and attach it to the bottom of the frame there. And it just goes over the top of the veggie garden. So, next step. Now over at my daughter's place, and it's finished. So what I've done, I've stretched the material over the ribs, and I've stapled them to the bottom of the timber here, and we've used the pegs that come with the packets to peg these up. So I'm just thinking, I might show you these pegs. So if you look at the top here, these pegs, they actually come off, and they're designed to clip onto the actual posts, the fiberglass posts that go around the ribs. And so you can actually take that off and get into the garden. You just take them off around here, and that you can slip that right back and get into the garden. Put that back up, put the clips back on, and there you go. It's also extremely light. You can actually lift the whole thing off like this. I don't want to do it now because we've got it set up, but one person can lift it off, and 2 people can put it on really easily. Don't forget, this is made of 2 of the products together. So they call it the grow tunnel, and this is the end result of 2 of them, 2 of the products. And because it's a shorter, because the grow tunnels actually are designed to go for 5 metres. This is only 1.8 metres. So that meant that I could use the ribs to make, multiple ribs to make it bigger, and then use the fabric to half this side and half that side. And that's the end result. So I hope this has been of some assistance to you. Or, I'll put down in the bottom information about the product, where you can get it from, and so forth. Okay, thanks.